Publishing. Now, this is a question that I have. What is publishing? Who is the publisher of the work? Is there an author of the work? Are these separate things? Do people earn money differently and independently when we talk about this when it comes to music? So, somebody, educate me.
Look, I think we have limited time. People should Google publishing. But here's what I would say.
No.
There are several
give us a
there are several things that must be discussed, however, right? So in publishing is basically ownership, right? Now if you look at there's several things. There's most of the time the guy who writes the music is not the person that sings it. All right? And the guys who make the beats, who produces the music or creates the music is not the person that sings it. So there are different rights that people need to consider. So there's the publishing and there's the ownership. I own the song 100%. But then there are things like the masters, which involve your mechanical rights, like your ringback tones from and the CRBTs and the iTunes. But then there's something called neighboring rights, which was created for the artist who doesn't write or create, because that's where there's money. And we talk about where there's a lot of money existing locally, but there's a lot of this money for major artists existing internationally, right? And it's just I found out last week that someone has been collecting for 2 of my clients for the last 2 years, right? So because we're not paying attention, this money is sitting there. And one of the biggest challenges we have with collecting any of this is that we do not sign split sheets. There's no proof of ownership for who owns what in the song. And I will not give you if I don't see any document confirming that you own something.
Okay, sorry, so going back, so this split sheet, what? This is just a short document that
basically the split sheet says Mr. A wrote X%, Mr. B created X%, right? And we agree on what percentages and we sign off, right? The song is made of 2 parts. There's the beat, or what the sound or what's created, and then there's the lyrics, right? So it's split 50-50. Right. Now, if we're 4 people writing the lyrics, then we're splitting that 50%. If we're 2 people producing the music, we're splitting the other 50%. So we sit in the studio. Mr. Producer creates the beat, right? I'm artist, but my cousin writes. So my cousin wrote the song and I edited some parts of it. What the split sheet does is it says my cousin wrote 30% of the song. I wrote 20% of the song. The producer created the beat. Or maybe I told the producer, add the snare, or you know what, let's do I play this keyboard. So I also take from the 50. So it's a complicated thing that needs to be sorted out there.
It's an agreement.
It's an agreement. Yeah, it's an agreement. It needs to be sorted out there. Once that's agreed and it's signed, when the song starts making money and you need to earn your publishing from it, that's the document that they ask you for.